Welcome to Tony Byrne's View with news you can use. Tony has over 32 years of experience as a chartered financial planner and wealth manager. Tony's passion is to help you retire early and live the life of your dreams with no financial worries. Now to today's episode.
Do you know your number? When you read the headline of this podcast, you were probably wondering what number I was asking you about. Well, it's not your phone number. What I mean is, do you know how much money, in other words, the number, you need to live the lifestyle you want in retirement without ever running out of money? In other words, how much is enough? This is a really key question and a difficult one for most people to answer. The reality is there are only three types of clients I have ever met. They are as follows. 1, not enough type clients. 2, got too much type clients. 3, just rights. I have unashamedly taken these client types straight out of Paul Armstrong's book, Enough, which you can find on Amazon. In his book, Paul explains that every client type has its own challenge. If you do not have enough, then you need to make some changes. You may need to spend less, invest more, downsize your property, and/or even retire later than you planned. If you got too much, you have a problem too. You have more money than you will ever spend. You can't take it with you. What's more, you probably have an inheritance tax bill to pay. Even if you're just right, the chances are you do not even realise it, so you are working needlessly year after year when there is no need. Paul makes the point that life is not a dress rehearsal. You don't get a second chance. It's far better to stop working earlier rather than later so that you can enjoy doing the things you like doing while you're still young enough to be able to do them. That's faultless logic, isn't it? So how do you find your number? Well, there are a number of ways of doing this. There's another excellent book you may like to read, appropriately called The Number by Leigh Eisenberg. Again, you can find this on Amazon. It was written by an American author, more for a US reader. Nonetheless, it is a light-hearted read. It's only the last quarter or so of the book that Eisenberg really gets you thinking about living a purposeful life, which is the interesting part. You can, of course, work it out yourself, summarise your assets and liabilities, and income and expenditure, and calculate whether or not you can generate a sustainable passive income to more than cover your expenses for the rest of your life. If you are a whiz at spreadsheets, that will help. Alternatively, you could use a personal finance app like the Wealth and Tax one, or any one of a number of personal finance apps that are available, such as Money Hub et al. Better still, you could ask us to create a lifetime cash flow forecast for you, which will accurately show you if and when you can afford to retire and never run out of money up until your age 100 or later. If you believe you are likely to live even longer, or later, if you'd like to live even longer, or you are already aged 100 or older. Our forecast will include what-if scenarios to stress test our plans, such as a stay in a care home, a future inheritance, or any unplanned event. It is by far the most accurate way to calculate your number, without a shadow of a doubt. In our experience, clients do like to be advised when they've become financially free and can afford to retire. Usually they do not realise that they can afford to retire already. Most people tend to retire when they reach state retirement age, not knowing that they could have retired years earlier. Are lifetime cash flow forecasts accurate? Unfortunately not. As soon as a forecast is created, it is wrong because it is based on a number of assumptions such as future interest rates, inflation and investment growth rates. However, it is far better to have a plan than not to have one at all. What's more, our forecasts are very conservative, so if anything, we tend to underpromise and overdeliver. Furthermore, we review our forecasts with our clients annually, and regularly review our assumptions based on changing economic conditions. Whatever you do, it is important to have a plan. As the great Benjamin Franklin once said, if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. So if you are in any doubt about your number and you haven't yet asked us to create a lifetime cash flow plan for you, or you would simply like to update your existing plan, why not get in touch with us? You know it makes sense.
Thank you for listening to today's episode. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to share it with your friends and family. For more information, head to www.wealthandtax.co.uk.